And I just wanted to show you what my typical Saturday night is like. Um, I've been asked a few times what I like to do for fun on weeknights, and I'll admit I'm pretty boring by most people's standards. They might be out clubbing or at a bar. It's a little known fact, but I have never touched a drop of alcohol in my life. In fact, what I like to do with my Saturday nights is spend time on the computer. And you might ask, doing what? Well, I like to install random things and build websites and edit videos and just whatever random thing I can find myself doing. And tonight, I just have been intrigued by the Android operating system. I'm a completely Apple person. I have an iPhone and a Mac and whatnot. But tonight, I would like to play around with an Android. And so I don't have an Android. I have an old Android sitting around in one of my drawers, running 2.3, but I do not have a current Android. So what I did was I went online and I needed a way to run Android. So I went first to go download Android, and I was like, okay, so I'm going to download this Android file. It's an ISO. And you'll notice it says x86. So what that means is Android runs on mobile phones, and mobile phones have a ARM processor, and these ARM processors are designed for low power consumption. That means that you have a little battery on your phone. Your laptop or your desktop computer takes significantly more power, and those are on Intel processors. So the differences between the processors is there's commands that are written specifically for each type of processor. It's very nerdy stuff, but basically, if you want to run Android, it needs to be ported. It needs to be adapted to run on a computer processor. So some guys, some really smart guys on this website have figured out how to do that, and they've published it for free. And so I just downloaded the Android file, and I need something to run it. So I have a virtual machine, which the free app that I downloaded was called VirtualBox. This is free. A lot of free stuff online. You can find a lot of great stuff. I'm thankful to all these people who spend so much time giving away free stuff. And what VirtualBox essentially does is if you want to run another operating system on your computer, let's say I have a Mac here, and I want to run Windows, I can run Windows within another window. Pretty neat. So like, for example, here's a picture of a Mac, and it's running VirtualBox, and you can pick, basically have, virtual computers. I keep defining the VirtualBox with the same word, but it's like a fake computer within a computer. So you'll see that this is another computer within a window. So what I did was I downloaded these two programs, and I'm going to install these. So just double click here. Tried running this earlier, and it said it failed because Mac is being a little bit more strict about security. I'm going to just install it for all users, I guess. Or no, I guess that's what I have to do. Type in my master password, and let's roll with this. Open privacy and security. You'll see that it says it only allows App Store and identified developers, and apparently Oracle for some reason is not an identified developer. I don't see why not, but hopefully this time it goes through. It said failed. I don't like that. Keep. Okay, well, that ruined my presentation. Well, gotta love all this. I used to be able to choose anywhere. Okay, I will not be deterred. I need a freaking virtual machine, and it's gonna happen. We will make this happen. So yeah, this is what I spend my Saturday night's doing. In case you're wondering, I consider this fun. So it's not for everybody, but I definitely enjoy it, and I stay up pretty late doing these kind of things. And the fun part would be if this software would install, not give me these error messages. This is so incredibly stupid. This is so stupid. Okay, fine. Fine. You know what? Okay, so what we're going to do is re-download VirtualBox. How about that? Something seems, amiss. It's downloading. It downloaded something. I don't know what it downloaded. Maybe that's what the problem was. So this is not necessarily a tutorial. If it was a tutorial, I'd be a little bit more prepared than I am right now. I'm kind of actually tired, but I'm really bent on getting Android up and running, at least before I go to bed tonight. And we're going to get through this. Maybe. This is very frustrating, guys. I don't know what to say about this. Oh my goodness. So, just watching me in action. Yes, it does. Yeah, I see that, but it's not popping up for me. Oh, there it is. Allow. So stupid. Okay. Alright, guys. So you've watched me for 7 minutes attempt to install this VirtualBox. We're going to do it this time. It's going to happen. So double click, run through this, hit continue a bunch of times, sell your soul. And this is a bunch of, like, you agree to all these terms or whatever. Yeah, sure, whatever. I just want this VirtualBox to install. So, as I was saying earlier, VirtualBox is a virtual machine, and a virtual machine is basically like having a computer within a computer. I can run a computer, a fake computer within. There we go, within my Mac. So in this case, I'm going to run Android, and we're finally rolling, guys. There's VirtualBox. I was just determined to get this done before the end of the night. This explains why I'm always up late. So you're going to ask, why do I want to install Android so bad? I don't know. I'm just kind of curious. I just want to see what it's been up to lately, and I don't have an Android device. Here it's telling me what operating system do I want to run. Technically, that'd be a Linux operating system. Android is actually Linux, I thought. Am I right? I'm pretty sure Linux. Huh. Man. Solaris. I need to get myself a copy of Solaris. That'd be fun. Okay, good question. Android on VirtualBox. I need to figure out what that looks like. I usually don't read a bunch of stuff. I just kind of Okay, Linux 2.4 point whatever. That's what it's saying to do. I like to look at screenshots. Sorry, this is not really a tutorial. I'm just kind of flying through here. And I think it said 64-bit, right? Did that screen 32-bit, they say? Okay, whatever. I thought we were on 64-bit, but that doesn't really matter. I'm going to call this Android 7.1. How about that? That's fine. That's also fine, I guess. I'm going to just say yes to everything. I don't know where it's wanting to put this. That is a good place for it, I guess. Creating a virtual machine. Now it says to install stuff. So, okay. Used to be pretty straightforward on how to run this thing. Oh, I gotta turn on the computer. How about that? So now it's turning on this fake computer, and I'm gonna plug it in with software I just downloaded, which would be in the downloads. There you go. So you can see that it's like a little computer, and I would like to install this operating system. Okay, close. Unable to boot. Please use a kernel appropriate for your CPU. Well, that's Basura. That's Butch. Alright, cool. Well, that's not good. Okay, starting over. How about that? Whatever. So I turn on live capture or something or other. Okay, I don't care about this. I just want it to install. I got a little mosquito in my little computer lab here. Sorry about that. Just had to take care of pest control. It's been raining a lot, so I've been getting mosquitoes flying in through the door. And they somehow make it to my computer room because there's a lot of bright lights that they like. Carrying right along, I am attempting to get this Android operating system running. And it doesn't look like it's running for me tonight. Just having all kinds of ridiculous problems. But I got out of it. Okay, so let's power off this machine. Let's delete it. Can I delete this machine? How do you delete this machine? Remove. Would you like to delete all files? Yes. Okay, we're starting over. So, we downloaded apparently the wrong Android version. Oh, it would have helped to read. Okay, starting over, guys. Sorry about that. So this is a very rough video. I'm sorry. Kind of just flying through this, but Android 7.1. The problem was I put 32-bit and it was a 64-bit operating system, and that was the problem. And now we're back in business. We're starting the virtual machine. It found the ISO I wanted. It's going to launch the ISO I want. And I am going to install the operating system, and that looks great. Partition, sure. Create whatever. Oh, do I have to select something? Yes, I would like to. Press any T to continue. Okay. Please enter a name. I don't know what I just did. Got too many notifications in my way, but I'm sure you want to write a petition to it? No, I'm not sure what I want to do. Huh. Well, I am not entirely sure what I just did. So this is an example of me learning to do stuff. Okay, so I want to verify it is there. I don't want to change the file type. Okay, well, I totally messed that one up. Starting over. Get rid of these stupid notifications because they're annoying. How about we just run? I don't want to just run it. I really do want to install this operating system. I am determined to yes. Stupid notifications, get out of the way. Press any key to continue. I guess I want to write to it. Yes. Okay, so I did that. Huh. Okay, so now I'm trying to install the operating system and I have no clue what I'm doing, and maybe because I'm tired or this is the first time I'm doing it. I'm pretty sure I've done this before. You know what? I'm kind of getting impatient. So, oh, it heard me. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I'm doing something. Something's happening. Doing something. I'm not entirely sure what it is I'm doing right now. Oh, looks like I'm doing something. So somewhere in the video footage, I'm going to rewind and figure out what it is I just did. But I just kept hitting enter a bunch of times, and something happened, and that's good. So now we're on our way to installing an Android operating system to this virtual machine. And as you can see, this window, this computer this is a computer within a computer. And so whatever I'm doing to this virtual computer, if I mess it up or mess up the formatting of it or whatever, I don't actually ruin my computer. I ruin this. So it's kind of like a little container. And if you're kind of wondering where those virtual machines are located, it's a good question. It would be located home. I'm going to assume it's going to be under virtual machines. And there's the Android folder. And this is where they're located. So you can see it's growing already. So virtual disk image, and that means that it's just going to grow as you put more stuff into it. So real nice. A good way to learn how to work with computers and not actually mess up yours. Because if we were doing this to a real computer or a real device, if I messed it up, it might be toast. But just gonna wait here. So, since you're here with me, this is what I do for fun. I stare at status bars sometimes. I wouldn't say that the installation part is the most fun. It's part of the process, and I do enjoy seeing all these new screens and learning from them. But what I'm really, really eager to see right now, device screen. I'm kind of excited about that. And maybe the possibility of being able to install Instagram, for example, and posting from my computer. That'd be kind of neat. Still waiting. Okay, something's going on. Syncing to disk. So while that's running, oh yes, run Android. I definitely want to do that. Oh, look at that. Something's happening. I think we did it, guys. This is the beginning of what an Android operating system would look like on here. So you can see here I would have options to run different computers. I could make different virtual machines, and I'd have a long list of them. And I could run several at a time, whatever my computer could handle. So it's loading. That looks good. She looks really good. That means I did something right. It's a lot of waiting. So I don't remember how much RAM I gave it. I think I gave it a gig. This computer has 8. So it's using 1/8 of my computer's power to run this little Android virtual machine. Since I didn't tell it its screen size, I guess it is assuming that it's a tablet for some reason. and we're just waiting for it to boot itself, which I'm hoping this is pretty legit to what I would get with a normal Android device. I'm just really curious to know if Android's truly better without actually having to spend money to get an Android device. I just want to explore the operating system, if you will. So it seems like we're stuck here for some reason. Oh, wait, I got something going. No way. Wants me to calibrate my screen. Oh, I guess it took care of it. Welcome. Excuse me. Well, that's neat. English would be a good language. Let's go. So I'm already impressed with the interface of Android. It looks good. It's probably going to ask me to sign in with a Google account or something. Open app again, I guess. Just give me some grief. So we're trying to set up an Android device, and it doesn't know what it wants to do. So I got past all the screens. I'm not entirely sure what was going on, but this isn't a true version of Android. This has been modified to run on a computer. So, but as long as I'm getting the Android experience, I'm all good. I just want to kind of get a feel for it. I may still have to get a real device to truly appreciate it. But I don't mind a few mods that allow me to use my mouse and connect with VirtualBox. So I'm kind of realizing that now. This has been modded a bit. But I think the recording is actually slowing down the Android operating system. So I'm going to keep pausing it to get further along. So I managed to get Android running on my Mac. And this is what I'm starting off with. It was a bunch of setup process and it was lagging really slowly. Probably because I only gave it 1 gig of RAM. Maybe it's used to having a little bit more. And probably because it's 62-bit. I don't think that actually has anything to do with anything. probably just that I needed more RAM. These mobile devices are becoming more like computers. So, and my Mac is already doing other processes, so this probably slowed this thing down. But just so you can see the Android operating system in action, I'm just kind of curious to see what the app drawer looks like on here. If there's any cool apps. Oops, what I didn't click on here. We'll get this working. Let's see if I can get insert guest. Oh, no. Yeah, I got some work to do with this.